Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
Just the other day, Tucker Carlson, who used to be on Fox News but was fired, and who is now on X, used to be known as Twitter, has his own show, Tucker Carlson Uncensored. He made a lot of people mad by saying this. Derek Chauvin is serving 21 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Someone just tried to him. If they do this to him, they do it to you. So he's talking about Derek Chauvin. Of course, you guys know back in 2020, he murdered that of George Floyd as he kneeled on his neck for over 9 minutes. Now, I'm going to show you a video clip of Tucker explaining it a little further. Check it out.
One of the great moral atrocities in the last several years is taking place right before us, and very few are remarking upon it. And it has to do with Derek Chauvin. He's the Minneapolis cop who became famous Memorial Day 2020 when George Floyd died. Chauvin is now serving 21 years in federal prison for murder, for killing George Floyd. The problem is he did not murder George Floyd, and we know that conclusively because the medical examiner who performed the autopsy on George Floyd confirmed he was not asphyxiated, he was not choked to death. He most likely died of a drug OD. He had fatal levels of fentanyl in his system, and that's been known for some time, though again, ignored. Ignored to the extent that, well, Derek Chauvin was convicted of murder and sent to prison. And then on November 24th of this year, right after Thanksgiving, Chauvin was stabbed 22 times by another inmate with an improvised knife. Now, the man who stabbed him is a known FBI informant. Derek Chauvin is now out of the hospital and back in Tucson. He is alive. He's still in prison.
So as you heard him say there, of course, what happened to Derek? He was shanked 22 times by an inmate. And he went on to talk to Derek's lawyer, and the lawyer says, well, we haven't heard from him since. It's kind of gone dark. So the family or his lawyers don't know what's going on. Okay, so again, y'all heard Tucker say that, he didn't commit the crime because he went on to say, per the toxicology report from the coroner, it was due to the drugs and this, that, and the other. Now, listen, I watched every moment of that trial because I reported it for the African Diaspora News Channel. And yes, they talked about he did have things in his system, but they ultimately said that if Derek did not kneel on George's neck, then he would not have died. So what Derek did to George exacerbated whatever was going on with his body, whether it was the enlarged heart or whether it was the drugs. They said that George more than likely would have lived had he not encountered Derek, which is why Derek was found guilty and is serving 21 years in prison. Period. Full stop. But of course, we heard a lot of white supremacists go on to say, and even some black supremacists, right? Like Candace Owens. Oh, well, that Derek is innocent and all this other stuff, and George and the drugs. Yeah, we've heard it all. But, like I said, I followed it, and we heard what the experts actually said. Okay, that's their go-to. They're going to hang their hat on, Derek Chauvin being the martyr, if you will, of white supremacy. And we know that he is a cold-blooded murderer. Okay, but this is really my issue. I saw a lot of people get in their feelings, and I commented. I said, well, no, Derek didn't get shanked in prison. He cut himself shaving, since that was Tucker's, take on it, that he didn't commit the crime. But my thing is, have a lot of people and our people getting mad. How could you say this, that, the other? Like, why y'all arguing with fools? Tucker, is not as bright as he seems to be, okay? He likes to pour gasoline on the fire to his base, right? He throws red meat to his base, and that's red meat. To say, well, Derek Chauvin is actually innocent, he didn't do anything to, George. Like, can you kneel on somebody's neck? Is that even legal anywhere? No, it's not. That's not legal, but they're going to gloss over all of that other stuff. But Tucker is doing what he is paid to do. He is there to, gin up the mob, if you will. But my thing is, why do we as black people get mad at that? On X, formerly known as Twitter, that's owned by Elon Musk. And y'all know Elon, he with the stuff as far as white supremacy, because if he wasn't, he wouldn't hired Tucker Carlson to go over there and do his shows and all this other stuff. So on that platform, that's what they are about. There's nothing we could do about it. Now, my question is this. All the black people that are mad at Tucker and Elon over there on X, are y'all going to delete your account? Are y'all going to go somewhere else? No, you're not. You're not going to do that. You're going to sit on there and cry and complain about everything, cry and complain about white-owned, social media outlets and things like that. But over here, for months, we have been saying, hey, black people, we have built an app for you, the African Diaspora News.org app, for you to go, and it's built for you. It's by black people, for black people. You can go over there and be your black selves and all of that stuff, right? But no, and I'm not saying y'all, I'm talking about the people over there. Some of us would rather sit on their apps and whine about why y'all ain't treating us with equality. Oftentimes, black content creators have their stuff taken down and it's censored. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but instead of saying, oh, all right, let's go to black-owned apps like the African Diaspora News.org app. You want to sit over there and whine and complain about something you have absolutely no control or power to do anything about. Just, to me, it's silly. But who am I? I'm just letting y'all know Tucker gonna be Tucker on apps like X that is geared toward furthering white supremacy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. But in the meantime, what you can do is go over to our app, AfricanDiasporaNews.org, and invest in that. What are you waiting on? So anyway, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.